Ever seen an RC car shimmer with this impossible color-shifting paint? Like it looks purple from one angle and then boom, green from another. My mind was totally blown the first time I saw that.
Yeah.
It's not magic, obviously, but it really feels like it.
Yeah.
We're talking about Tamiya's Iridescent series today, specifically, you know, the PS46 and PS47 paints. They're doing something pretty wild.
Yeah, they really are. Today, we're not just looking at paint, are we? We're going deep into the material science behind it. We'll unpack how these vibrant dual color effects actually get created and why putting them on is almost like, well, optical engineering.
Right. So our mission for you today, unpack the science, structural coloration, thin film interference, all that good stuff, and show you why getting these paints right is really about understanding light itself. Okay, let's dive in. So most colors we see, like on everyday objects, they come from chemical pigments, right? They absorb some light, reflect other bits, basic chemistry.
Yep, that's standard. But these Tamiya paints, fundamentally different. The way they make color is just not the same.
How's it so?
Well, what's fascinating is they use structural color. The color comes from how light physically interacts with microscopic structures, not from dyes or pigments.
Structure, like physically.
Exactly. Think of a peacock feather. Robert Hooke, way back in 1665, noticed its shine vanished in water. That proved the color was structure, not pigment. These paints, they're basically creating that same kind of optical illusion for your RC car.
Okay, wow. So the mechanism, you mentioned interference.
Right. Here's where it gets really interesting. The core mechanism is thin film interference.
Like on a soap bubble or an oil slick.
Precisely like that. Light hits this super thin, sort of semi-transparent film in the paint. Part reflects off the top. Another part goes through, reflects off the bottom surface, then comes back out.
Okay.
And then these two reflected light waves, they interact. If they line up, in phase, you get constructive interference. That amplifies a specific color.
If they don't line up.
If they're out of phase, they destructively interfere. They cancel each other out, basically wiping out that color.
Okay, I think I'm following. But
yeah,
how does that give you two distinct colors, like the purple and the green we mentioned?
That's the angle dependency. It's a phenomenon called goniochromism. The color literally shifts with your viewing angle.
Goniochromism. Okay.
Because changing your angle changes the geometry, the path the light travels. That alters the path length difference between those two reflections we talked about.
So a different angle means a different path length.
Exactly. And that means a different wavelength, a different color undergoes that constructive interference. So you see purple here, green there. It's actually one engineered particle doing this predictable shift.
That is incredible. Just tiny physics engines in the paint.
Yeah.
So what are these particles? What's in the can?
Yeah, it's not like typical pigments, which are more granular. Here you have these microscopic, highly reflective plate-like particles, sometimes called lamellar pigments.
Plate-like, like little mirrors.
Oh, kind of, yeah. Each one is usually a transparent mica core coated with an extremely thin, transparent layer of something with a high refractive index. Think titanium dioxide or iron oxide.
High refractive index that bends light more. Right?
Precisely. It bends and slows the light significantly, which really enhances that interference effect.
And that coating thickness, that must be key.
That's the secret sauce. The nanoscale thickness of that metallic oxide coating is what determines the specific colors and the shift.
So the difference between PS46 purple-green and PS47 pink-gold, it's just nanometers.
Just nanometers of coating thickness. Incredible precision. And the lacquer itself, the suspension system, that's also engineered. It has to ensure these, relatively large platelets lie flat and parallel when you spray them. That gives you the smooth, even shimmer.
Wow. Okay, so it's not just spraying paint then. It sounds more like you said, assembling an optical device. Application must be critical.
Absolutely critical. You've hit on a crucial point. First off, you paint the inside of the clear polycarbonate body.
Right, I know that bit for RC cars. Protects the paint.
It does, but it also does something else here. It turns the clear body itself into a perfect, high-gloss clear coat, built right in. Enhances the whole optical show.
Okay. But the backing coat, that seems to be the big secret everyone talks about. Why is that so vital for these paints?
It really is. Because these iridescent paints, they are inherently translucent, semi-see-through.
Okay.
So if you just sprayed them on, a lot of light would just pass straight through. The effect would look weak, kind of ghostly, washed out.
So the backing traps the light.
Well, the black backing does. Tamiya recommends black, their PS5, for a very specific reason. It's a perfect optical filter in the system. It's super absorptive. It just soaks up any light that gets transmitted through that iridescent layer, doesn't reflect it back. This ensures that only the pure, vivid interference colors reflect back to your eye. Maximum contrast, maximum saturation, the full effect.
So my instinct to use, say, white or silver, that's actually wrong.
For this effect, yes, completely wrong. White backing, like PS1, is highly reflective. It bounces light back through the iridescent layer and just overwhelms those delicate interference colors. You get a pale, pearly look, but almost none of that cool color shift.
Washed out, okay. And silver?
Silver, like PS12, gives a brighter, more metallic finish. It's interesting, but it still reflects too much and mutes that dramatic color flip. It competes with the interference.
So black is the key for purity.
Black gives you the purest, most dramatic color shift. Absolutely. And how you apply it matters too. Multiple, very light mist coats are essential. You can't just blast it on. You need those tiny platelets to gently settle and align themselves properly into that uniform, functional optical film.
This has been, wow, an incredible deep dive. These Tamiya paints are just colors. They're marvels of optical engineering, material science in a spray can.
They really are. They challenge our basic ideas about color, don't they? It's much less about chemistry, like we usually think, and way more about physics, meticulously arranged physics.
So wrapping this up, what it means for you, the modeler, is you're not just painting. You're very precisely laying down an optical film. You're completing this intricate visual system. It takes patience, definitely takes understanding now, but those results, stunning.
Exactly. Worth the effort. And it makes you wonder, what other vibrant colors out there in the world, things we just take for granted, might actually be these hidden feats of structural coloration, these little light tricks, just waiting for us to really look closer and understand them.